you want to attend the next ARG regional event? Make sure you pre-register online at dragonballsuper-regionals.com. The next event is scheduled for the weekend of April 14th and 15th in beautiful San Jose, California. Need a place to stay for the event? Head over to super-collectibles.com and buy a ticket to the KitchenTableMeta Team House. For only $300, you get a private room for Friday and Saturday night, one-on-one coaching, dinner with the pro team, and much, much more.
All right, guys. What is up, and welcome to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball. Welcome to ARG presents Dragon Ball Super Regionals.
Charlotte.
Here at beautiful
Charlotte.
Damn.
I want you to be beautiful.
I want you.
Okay, we both messed up there. I'm never gonna get it right.
I don't remember.
But you should always get it right.
I don't remember me messing up. All right, guys, so we're back. We're back live, by the way. Thanks to George, our commentator, George Machado, PPG, doing the old helping us with the data here.
Finagling that data.
Again, guys, I want to say I'm so sorry that I got to the data limit there. We didn't do too bad though. We got like 10 rounds out of it.
That was
11
insane.
rounds. That's not too bad.
You must have never used your data
I don't
ever,
use,
and then you just used it all in one day. You just
saved
blew it all in
up.
one day.
Yeah, just one big energy dump there. So we'll see what happens. Our players are getting into it here. We have Antonio Convello, playing blue-green Mecha Frieza on the left. Well, I'm actually blue-green Vegeta, though. Bearded Collectibles player. And on the right, we have blue-green Vegeta, which I'll change in a second. Trey Cesaravo playing blue-green Vegeta again from Bearded Collectibles as well. So, as it turns out, we have two bearded here playing.
Yeah, so two bearded players. These are the last two bearded players standing. And then we have also KitchenTableMeta with two players.
Yep.
And we have the Four Horsemen with one more player. So
yes, sir.
It's going to be no PPG, unfortunately. All our guys just lost last round. We got Juan J. Brand playing Mecha Frieza. He was out. And then we had Justin Rios, the Buhan player, just losing as well. So unfortunate for us, but we're going to be crowned a new non-PPG champion. So, I'm obviously sad, but also excited at the same time because I want Dusty to secure that first regional win.
Oh, man, that'd be so cool. That'd be so cool.
I really do. I really do.
Cool.
You guys deserve it, and you guys have been putting infinite work in.
Well, thank you.
And,
I appreciate that.
It's been excellent.
I think it just shows, honestly, the not the caliber, but the skill gap is closing a little bit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? People are starting to take it more serious.
Exactly.
I think PPG came in and was like, here's how you do it, boys, and just dominated everything. And players are like, okay, I guess we're going to have to start play testing. We're going to have to start really trying to figure this out. And Bearded, by the way, doing that in spades.
Exactly.
I mean, just coming in here and just almost all of them ran the same deck and just been doing a great job. So fantastic. Love Bearded. Love PPG. Just love our community as a whole, honestly. Antonio going to take the damage here, go to 7. Guys, let us know in the chat how the data is how it's working. We're trying our best here, but again, remember, all of these are recorded and will be uploaded in full HD on KitchenTableMeta YouTube channel. So I'm sorry again, guys, for my data going down, but thank the Lord we had George over here helping us out, because that would have been.
It might not be too useful on the commentary side, but at least my hardware is coming through.
Doing fantastic. Who won between Christian and Anthony? Anthony did, and then Anthony coming in against John Tata from KitchenTableMeta this round, playing Androids versus Vegeta, so pretty bad matchup against Anthony.
Player,
and in fact, John actually 2-0'd Anthony. Huh?
In Swiss. Wow.
Yeah, in Swiss. I think it was like in 15 minutes or something, so it was actually pretty quick. So looking pretty good for John.
Extremely hard matchup. You definitely have to change up your whole game plan when you're playing against Cell. But Vegeta just a lot. Speaking about Vegeta, there's been a lot of Vegeta in Top Cut.
If you think Vegeta's dead, boys,
they were under the radar.
Apparently Eddie knew what he was talking about.
Yep, just different.
I hate to admit that live on stream, but I guess Eddie might know a thing or two. As
Wrong
it turns
build, but he definitely had the right idea with Vegeta and its power. Despite the, I guess you can call it handicap on the ability of being able to flip over and not sustain crit.
Mm-hmm.
So Vegeta just still showing its dominance here. I think we have like a total of 3 of them in Top Cut at this point, so top 8. There should be like 3 of them. So that's almost 50%. That's crazy.
That's not, like I said, Bearded put in the work, man, and I love Bearded, love Alec, love the store. Like I said, I'll say it all the time, but I'm super jealous of you guys in Florida. You have two amazing stores, two amazing store owners, George being one here, and Alec being just an amazing guy. He's been on my Supercast a couple times, and such a fun guy to talk to. So I'm just so glad to have you two in this game. I think it only benefits the game.
Yes.
So thank you and also Alec, if you're listening, for being here as well. Your players are representing your store in the community wonderfully.
We're trying to keep all these championship trophies in Florida, by the way. So it's not going to be a hard. It's not going to be easy for you.
Yeah, I have no doubt that's going to happen, and I'm okay with that. I think you guys have earned it.
I don't know if all these bearded guys are from Florida. Obviously, like, Bearded is from Florida.
That counts.
I'm not sure. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe. I know the majority of them are. Like, I know George and Nick Fishman and all these guys, but I would hope so. I hope they're all from Florida, because then Florida still has a living hope in this top 8.
You guys are amazing. Awesome job getting back in so quickly from Shinron's Lair. Thank you very much. I think it's Marcus. I don't know if it's you. I mean, obviously, Marcus is Shinron's Lair is owned by Marcus, which is a fantastic content creator for the game as well. But I'm not know if this is him on the thing. But again, Shinron's Lair, thank you. I think it's Marcus in that account. I don't know. But thank you so much, guys. Go check out Shinron's Lair as well. I'm sure you can find all the deck lists and stuff on there. Also, guys, what's up, Bearded? What's up, Alec, my man? Love having you here. Cheering on your boys. All right, let's get to the matchup here. So it's 5-5. Trey and Antonio both. Again, this matchup a little bit favored, I think, again to Vegeta. But I'm not too familiar with the blue-green version. Funny enough, we were talking about this, and Trey goes, he looks at Antonio and goes, wait, didn't I tell you how to beat me last night? And Antonio's like, kind of smiled, and he's like, crap. So, it actually might be a little bit closer than what we think you can expect from this matchup. So we'll see what happens here. Trey putting down this Gotenks. Such a powerful threat from these aggressive decks.
Gotenks you've been seeing in every single green deck.
Absolutely.
It's been an absolute powerhouse.
Again, not my. I'm actually just not a huge fan of 3-drops at all. I actually dislike 3-drops in the game completely. But if I had to choose one 3-drop, it would be this little Gotenks, as it turns out. Such a powerful effect. 15,000. Discard a card. Tony going to choose in the gate here. Interesting choice against Vegeta though. Just deciding to pitch this in the gate. Going to 4 life.
I don't know if that's the best choice.
Yeah, it's interesting because as Mecha Frieza, you can do a lot of things that negate. You know what I mean? You can stop an attack from Vegeta. You can also ready an energy. That allows you might allow you to play like a Sensu Bean where you're normally tapped out. But we'll see what happens. Trey taking out Antonio's Gotenks. And Antonio going to awaken, draw 2. Gets what appears to be a Sensu Bean, and I can't quite make out the last card. Going up to 25k here. The magic number, we're talking about a lot. 25k forces out a Piccolo and another card. Or Dodora, I suppose. Super combo. We're going to see a Frieza come down. And a Dodora. It has to over combo a little bit there. No, actually, that's right to 30. What am I talking about? No, it's not. It's 35. Yeah, so that's perfect. And as Trey, you hate to see that. You hate to see these double freezes coming out. 2 15,000 attackers, that you can use defensively. So you got them essentially efficiently. You got them on the board without having to spend any energy on your turn. So you still have like defensive pressure as well. Tony will be able to use this Trunks here. Look at the top 2. He'll choose to put 1 card on the bottom. What appeared to be a negate. Chose to put 1 card in his hand. Antonio has the ability here to either pressure the Gotenks. I think you want to get this Gotenks off the board. What do you think, George?
I definitely want to get Gotenks off the board. Any opportunity that I ever have, ever. I don't want to see that card ever live. That's why you saw Trey throw a Sun Goten. Like, almost immediately, he knew his combo. It was a Trunks and a Goten to get that Gotenks off the board.
Trey playing the Sensu Bean.
Yeah, he's going to be taking a lot of damage. He's getting a lot of pressure here, and it's going to hold those Friezas at bay, or at least into that Gotenks. Because, did Sensu being the Gotenks?
It looks like he's Sensu being the Vegeta, but I couldn't quite tell. But he'd almost have to, right? Because he used nothing else. He'd be dead if he did. So
yeah.
I feel like he put it near the Vegeta, but obviously it probably went on the. Using Gohan here. Ugh. All right, so 15,000 here.
So he did bean his Vegeta.
Yeah. Oh, he did beat his Vegeta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he dropped a Gohan on the Frieza swing. And
I actually think that maybe the time patrol attack was into Vegeta. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's what's happening.
Yeah,
okay,
that's what happened.
Okay. Yeah. Again, guys, with no sound, it's a little hard sometimes to tell what's going on. Let's see what happens here. Here comes the negate. There we go. 15,000 to 15,000. Frieza into Gohan. Antonio going to draw a card. And here comes another Gohan. Antonio just trying his best to clear up this board as much as possible. Just trying to play damage control right now.
Pretty much.
Which is what you have to do. Trade is dumping a card here, keeping his threats alive. Trade with only like 4 cards in hand, kind of uncharacteristic for Vegeta. Usually, you're used to having them having so many more cards in hand.
No, yeah, Vegeta's all game plan. The reason why you play Vegeta is you want to get those cards from your life into your hand as soon as possible, and inherently just have more cards than your opponent.
Trey playing out his 5th energy, which is considered a sin by Eddie, by the way. If you have to go to 5 energy, he dislikes it.
I think this is a different type of deck from Trey.
I
feel like this might be a little bit more of a mid-range deck.
Yeah, more mid-rangey.
Usually
absolutely.
When you see Vegeta, you're just like, oh my god, they're going to aggro me, they're going to
they're going to come in on me,
they're going to Marcel me, Eddie me, and that's, so Vegeta's actually a flexible leader that you can play. I've seen it in control builds. I totally disagree with it, but I've seen it played,
Yeah. All right, here we go, 15,000 to 15,000, and Antonio's just going to snap up that die. I feel like you really can't afford to let your to defend your threats as Antonio. You want to use all your cards defensively from leader attacks, and just kind of attrition your opponent out. Trey taking his time here, trying to figure out what he wants to do. Again, guys, top 8 match. Winner goes in top 4.
Yep. They're playing for some big marbles here.
They are. This is a big deal right here. There you go, Trunks coming in. Looking at top 2, can't quite make out the cards. I think it's one Super Saiyan Gotenks, which it looks like is the one Trey's kind of hovering on here. Maybe the one he kind of wants to keep. Man, if Trey's deck runs Super Saiyan Gotenks, that's going to be pretty devastating. I think that would solidify this as a mid-range deck.
Yes.
We'll see what happens here. Puts one card on top. No, actually puts one card in his hand, another one on the bottom. Seemed to be a Champa. Looks like he puts the Champa on the bottom and keeps what appears to be a Super Saiyan Gotenks, but I can't quite make it out. Trey, take his time, play methodically, attacking 15,000 into 15,000. Time Patrol Trunks into Mecha Frieza. Yeah, it was Super Saiyan Gotenks, by the way, so that confirmed. Devastating. You think you play Kel here, though, as Trey?
I mean, you don't want that Kale to live.
Right.
So I think so. You just leave it for the last thing that you do in the turn. You just get all your attacks out of the way. Take your opponent down. Antonio just went to 3, by the way.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm sleeping a little bit here, boys. All right, so 3. I'm just trying to think of what the best play was here, but let's actually go with Gotenks here. Interesting. He doesn't choose to Kel the Time Patrol Trunks to get some value out of that Kel. I think the Kel actually would draw him a card here,
that
too.
That would have been fantastic there. I just don't know if I completely agree with this line. Antonio's going to be losing a card, but he'll be losing a card anyways because the Kale's threatening the life, and you don't want to take that Kale life, go down to 2. Like, that's that's never going to be a great scenario. So,
Trey with a negate in hand, maybe he's just thinking, oh, I don't have to worry about the Kale. I can negate this turn. I'll worry about next turn. This turn, I want to put pressure on my opponent. Interesting. Actually, see how these two decks play out. I would think that Antonio has a little bit of an advantage in this matchup, actually. It's not your traditional Vegeta deck. What do you think?
Yeah, Antonio might be better. I mean, like, they're both playing the same colors.
Okay.
I feel like Antonio should have the upper hand here, just because it's not like it's not, like I said, it's not a red-blue Vegeta deck. You know, a red-blue Vegeta deck is just storming out the gate and just coming at your face super hard. And here you see a little bit more of a passive, controlling Vegeta deck, and it just becomes significantly worse. I mean, right now both of their leaders are essentially vanillas. They're not doing anything for them.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, he has the ability to crit, you know, but with all the defense that Antonio's already put up, I feel like crit is only really, really important at the beginning. I mean, like, obviously you would like to crit at all times, but when you're like putting the risk of like taking a life and like killing yourself in order to like, oh man, I hope this attack goes through, your opponent's just going to make sure that they block that one. Absolutely. And then they'll take the rest, you know.
Guys, awesome. Also, remember, take this opportunity to visit pro-playgames.com and buy every pan you possibly can. Remember, that's our goal here, is to buy out those pans.
We do have a lot of pans, or maybe no pans at all. I don't know. Maybe you guys bought them all.
Well,
hopefully not.
Well, not for long.
Not for long. We're going to get back home, restock those pans, and first thing, we'll call it in right now.
It's 25K into 15K Kellen to go on here. Again, Antonio is still trying to play damage control. We talk about this a lot in the Soul Striker Mirror match, and this is obviously two different decks, but they're two mid-range decks playing attrition kind of play style. And it feels like the player that's in this situation that Antonio is in right now, where you're always trying to kill their guys and play, control the board, you end up losing. Because what happens is Trey can spend his entire turn attacking you, and you have to spend your entire turn defending. Does it take long to lose the game from that spot?
And a Kale down for Antonio. And now you see where Trey's in quite of a pickle.
Yeah, all of a sudden, one card, and it's...
He has two Kales to face down. Instead of Trey having the option last turn to try to get rid of the opponent's Kale.
Right.
And like just mitigating this damage, now it's just snowballed into this incredibly terrible position.
Yes.
Where you're staring down two Kales that are just giving your opponent more attrition, and it's threatening your life.
And here's why, I mean, honestly, here's why Mecha Frieza just ends up winning these kind of these mid-rangey wars, because Trey has a kill of his own in hand. As it turns out, George, pretty good at play.
Pretty good.
Yeah, good card. However, what's going to happen, he's going to play out this Kel, and then it's going to get cold ballisted. And so he's not going to be able to eliminate the two Kels on board. And those Kels are going to get him just right back into the game. So,
So now Trey is pretty much, should be giving up hope of clearing this Mecha Frieza board. He just needs to just threaten the life. And Antonio's not going to make it easy for him. He's not attacking with those freezes. He wants to combo those freezes out. He's keeping a cold bloodlust out.
Defensive.
Like he's got a bunch of things that he could do, because he is in danger zone. I mean, he's at 3 life, so Trey can come out of nowhere and just like still kill him.
Absolutely, he's at 3 life. It's Trey's 4, which is can be scary, but more importantly, he has 2 Kels out, like we talked about. Those 2 Kels have the potential to put tons of pressure on Trey and draw Antonio cards, and so you want to keep these freezes for combo pieces, right? You want to keep them there to protect these Kels and use your cold ballast to negate any effects that could kill them, and you just ride these Kels to victory. We've seen it happen multiple times with these Mecha Frieza decks throughout Swiss, and same thing's happening here. You got like protect the castle, right?
Protect the castle deck.
Yeah, protect the castle, but the castle's Kale.
Yep, the castle's Kale, and draws you a card and keeps getting you troopers out, and they keep shooting you. And those bullets are critical.
Are critical, yeah.
They're critical.
As it turns out, those are critical bullets.
They're not just I got a bulletproof vest and nothing's gonna happen. Like,
right.
No, these hits hurt. Should have been checked out.
And there's Cobolus taking out the count.
Tell them that they're going to get charged an extra money.
All right, Trey attacking for 20,000. Remember, guys, not critical here. Antonio decided to actually protect this, using Dodora to stop this 20 non-critical.
It's the finals already. But they need to be here first. So just relay that exact info. If they're out of the room now, they're going to get charged an extra.
3, 4, 5. So Antonio had 4 cards in hand. It's like he's going to charge. I like this charge. Monaka not being the best card currently. But now Antonio has the ability to draw 2 cards off both of these Kells, which is just devastating. Trey, though, not out of this game yet.
No, not out of this game. He still has a grip, thankfully. You see a Champa in his hand, actually. So Champa paired with Kale might be a really bad time for Antonio. Antonio just needs to get greedy here and just, not have the proper amount of defense or spoil too many cards on his turn to the point where if Trey survives, it's just a swing back that will end his life.
It's actually one of my favorite things about this game is sometimes, like, no matter how much you think you're not going to win, your opponent just makes one little play mistake.
Yep.
Just gets a little bit too greedy, George.
Yep.
Just puts his hand in that candy jar just one too many times.
One too many times.
And then you just punish him and win the game for it. It's
we
super
saw
fun.
it yesterday with the Champa player, right?
Yeah,
he was
that's
playing
true.
excellently. He was playing fantastically. Like, he had, I think he was up 6-7 cards to his opponent.
Yeah.
He was awakened. His opponent wasn't. And then
He just didn't
just
pay
one-
attention
one
to that
turn,
deck.
Just one turn, and then that's all it takes.
Absolutely.
And, he's actually been here watching the commentary the whole time trying to get better. And he understands that he didn't take the right,
the right play.
He obviously didn't take the right,
right line of play.
Line of plays leading up to the most critical part of the game.
Absolutely.
And this is the most critical part of the game, where you start getting to 3 life, 4 life, what hits to take, what hits not to take.
Drop it to 2 is like in Zelda when you lose all your like 1 heart left. It's like dee-dee-dee, and it beeps. Right. All right. Antonio gonna tap 4. It looks like here. Another Kel. Oh my gosh, Antonio. Attacking with another Kel, drawing another card, 3 Kells to an empty board. I hate to call it, but I can't imagine a way Trey can get back into this game.
It's going to be really hard.
He has to find a way to deal damage, and then maybe use this Chomp in hand to sneak the game out. But he has to win.
He only has 4 cards in hand, I believe.
Yeah, he has his 4 cards. But here's
Now
actually,
3.
here we go.
Oh, no, 2 cards in hand, right? 2?
Antonio going to attack into it, though.
Has he played the Gohan? Why is Antonio... I don't know. I don't understand. And he's passing the turn. Okay.
What's happening?
All right. So he passed the turn.
Uh-huh.
It's okay. He can't kill him, so
Right.
it's fine. Because Trey only has 3 life. And he only has, 3 cards in hand now because he just drew for turn?
Right.
So Trey can go up to one more card in hand. He's probably going to play out that Kale. I don't know if he still has it.
Ooh, I don't like Trey using this Boo here.
Yeah,
I think Trey should have played the Boo.
Should have played the Boo.
Yeah, and then combo into the Vegeta and try to deal 1 damage if possible to Antonio. I know it's unlikely
And the
because he has
Boo
2.
just digs your deck for
Right.
or something.
Right, but just try to do a little bit of damage here.
I mean, I see why, because he has the Gotenks, but the Gotenks untaps 2 energy. Then you have Trunks that untaps another energy.
Right, yeah.
And then you have a Choppa.
I mean, he would see 2 more cards, and maybe he would see another threat. Because it's actually kind of possible that Trey can win this match.
Yeah, Bloodlust comes down. Now the play is swing with Gotenks, hopefully hit for 1 damage. Antonio takes it, and then he just has to sneak in a double strike Choppa on the leader.
Yeah, not impossible.
Not impossible. But the question is Antonio holding some coercion?
No. Attack with that Gotenks first.
No,
You're right.
No, you see?
Draws
he messed
another
up
Trunks,
here
yeah.
Because, look, if you cold bloodlust the Gotenks, you cannot give it double strike. So,
right.
Trey's in the position here where he can't kill Antonio now.
Yeah, because you can attack with the Gotenks,
Yeah.
and Antonio can only combo with one of those freezes.
Yes.
And that's still not enough to get through the
Yes.
Gotenks. And so you attack with Gotenks, use a Trunks, ready 1 of your energy, and then hopefully get the damage through. If you get the damage through, you just take a life with Vegeta, get you an extra card, and see if you can get lucky and just all in. You have Champa, you have a double strike, and just see if you can get there. I don't think it's unreasonable.
He just doesn't have.
It looks like Trey's playing this in reverse.
Yeah,
I feel like this is exactly what he should be doing with the Gotenks instead.
I don't think he knows that. I really hope he doesn't try to go for game with that Gotenks and try to double strike it. I really hope he doesn't.
I hope he doesn't either. That would be devastating. He just scoops it up. I kind of want to see Antonio take that damage just to see what happened there. See if Trey's like, maybe Trey thought that it gave double strike, but again, I think Trey was definitely playing to his outs there. I think Trey had a plan, but he just kind of sequencing, and maybe I'm missing something. We'll check chat. But jeez, scoots over here a little bit.
Robot arm.
Robot. Yeah, I actually need to get a set down mount for this. So it's
I have
not,
a set down.
Yeah, so it's not.
I could always bring it.
Yeah, so that way it's not as like intrusive.
I think it's good for like one, but then when you have two, it's just like.
Yeah. I didn't really think through that, I guess. All right. Titan Bronco, why did so many people opt for blue-green Vegeta this tourney, especially after the Vegeta nerfs? Don't Mecha and Soul Striker do just about the same thing but better? George, what do you think?
I completely agree. I do not know why anybody chose Vegeta with that shell. I'm not saying I don't think why people played Vegeta, because I think Vegeta was a great call for this event because everybody went Mecha. So it was like the call on top of the call. Like it was like, we're gonna call Mecha because we're gonna see where everybody's disrespecting Cold Bloodlust, and then we're gonna go back to Vegeta that just laughs at Cold Bloodlust.
Okay.
But I think they just like mixed up their leaders. I feel like Trey just picked up the wrong leader and put it in his deck by mistake. And
it should have been Soul Striker.
Should have just been Soul Striker.
Okay.
Or it should have just been like Mecha. Because you see Mecha with the same exact core playing good. At least we all know, blue green is the way to go. But at least for now, because everything's going to change after this event. So this is almost irrelevant going forward.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
But
we got back up, man. Thank you.
But yeah, I think they just picked the wrong leader. I mean, Vegeta's great, but if you're going to play Vegeta, you got to play it how Marcel and Eddie innovated it as, which is just an aggro deck and something that just goes to face and kills you very fast.
Yeah.
And you see Anthony after getting demolished by Marcel, he was just like, I'm playing this. I'm playing this, same exact thing. I mean, like, props to him though, because he added his own little tech of the Gowasu.
The Gowasu actually
was overlooked by Marcel and Eddie 100%.
The Gowasu is actually pretty sweet. And I'll be honest with you, I'm surprised Eddie overlooked a one drop at all.
Yes,
that
exactly.
Surprises me.
He tries to like dig as many. Like he was playing Bulmas and what's the other one? Something else that searches you. It was Bulma and he was playing the two Bulmas. So he's playing the Bulma God Tempter to get the Whis blocker, and then the Bulma from the future to get Trunks future, which is the triple strike Trunks.
Yeah, we have a couple people in chat saying, why couldn't he use Champa on Gotenks to give him double strike? Someone else is saying if he had combo with Champa on Vegeta, I could see his line being to crit 2 life single of Gotenks for game. Sure. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing to remember, Red Hood Warzone, is that since Gotenks was Cold Bloodlusted, he doesn't have a text box anymore, and he can't ever have any keywords on it.
Yeah.
So if he does use double strike on it, he doesn't get double strike because his text box has been negated.
Exactly.
Now, a new change to that rule is if Gotenks evolved, he would actually get his text box back.
Yes.
Which used to he didn't. It killed the entire chain. Doesn't do that anymore. So.
Yeah. So that was pretty much That's why I touched on that last few minutes of the game, and I was just like, and we were just both saying he did it completely wrong. I mean, like, we're backwards.
Backwards, yeah.
He should have just attacked with the Gotenks first. That's 25 base single strike. It's a little bit easier for your opponent to be like, I'll take this.
Yeah.
Because I'm at 3 life.
Yeah.
I'll take it. 25. Why am I gonna commit 1, 2, 3 cards, 3 5Ks or a 10K and a 5K when I can just block the lethal attack when I'm at 2?
Right.
So he kind of just did it a little bit backwards. Noticed it. Saw that he had nothing else and just scooped it up. He didn't even try. I don't even know if he's aware of the whole double strike not being able to do it.
Yeah, I'm sure maybe it's easy to let that kind of stuff slip your mind. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
It's very easy. Boy Collapse, did Anthony win? No, Anthony did win. Yes, he won in time and sudden death.
Yes, in top 16. I don't know how he's doing in top 8.
Currently playing against John
8.
Tata, who beat him in Swiss from KitchenTableMeta, and is down. John is up a game to us. It's 1-0.
It's a very bad matchup for Anthony.
It is. It's a very bad matchup.
I would be surprised if he moves past his top 8. It would be a huge feat for Vegeta. It's just a really bad matchup. It's one of those matchups where it's just like, it really... Sometimes it's not even on the skill of the player sometimes. But Eddie has beaten some Cell players.
It's possible.
So it really just depends on the draw. You see your sideboard cards. you combo perfectly, you play around your outs, but Cell just having the looming. Man, Cell is a possibility of just wrecking me. It's just like you play into the Cell, and then at that point, you're just like, okay, now I'm playing with only 3-4 cards in hand because I don't want to get Celled. And then the Cell player just did his job without doing anything.
Absolutely.
So it's just a conundrum, and it just, it's just a bad spot to be in. But it's definitely not unwinnable.
It's not unwinnable. I mean, that's the cool thing about this game. No matchup is unwinnable.
Yeah.
I mean, we say favored in a stance of like, probably like 60-40, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe 70-30 sometimes.
Yeah, I think 70-30 would be the Vegeta Cell.
Probably.
But the 30's still there. Like, you can't ignore the 30 just because it's all on the 70.
It's not like Magic where sometimes you sit down and you're like, I lose. There's no reason to play this. I actually can't beat this.
Yeah,
because
that happens in Modern. Actually.
Right, yeah. I mean, there's certain things in Modern, certain sideboard cards, too. It's just literally like your opponent can't beat you with the deck they have.
Exactly. The sideboard is just like
a
field spell where it says, you actually can't use your graveyard.
Yeah.
That sucks for your deck, which is a graveyard deck. You can't just side
deck.
out of a graveyard deck. Like, you're just you're going hard in that graveyard deck.
Yeah, which is something I really applaud Bandai on doing. I really hope that they don't buff sideboarding. I hope they don't add in a bunch of hate cards.
Like
we call them silver bullet cards, but
really we call them floodgates in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, floodgates, and you got cards that say no special summoning, or your opponent can't draw cards, or like negate the effects of everything on board forever. So you get rid of this card. It's like, what the hell? Like, the game must. Maybe you'll see it like 6 or 7 sets in, but I don't see it happening right here at the beginning, because then you have to print removal. You gotta have extra cards that just get rid of these things. Because right now you actually have no way of getting rid of field spells. Still, field cards. So thankfully none of them have been to a position where it's like, man, like insane. Salisbury, Broly's ring.
Yeah.
What?
They've been like how I expect sideboard cards to be. They give you sometimes a little bit of an edge. Maybe up that percentage like 2% or something, but they don't like shift it completely where it's like game 1 it's 70-30, game 2 it's 90-10 on me all of a sudden. It's like, what? Like, what is happening? Which I like a lot. And honestly, from a game design standpoint, sideboarding is, in my opinion, one of the most scary things you can have in the game, because it can make it can make it so you have a best deck. Because sometimes you'll have a deck, but it has one weakness. And then all they have to do is just sideboard into the thing that beats that weakness, and now they're unbeatable again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's very scary, but Bandai has done a tremendous job in not allowing that to happen.
Great. I mean, if their R&D department exists, then they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
If they don't, then they're pretty lucky.
Yeah. I mean...
And Bandai, if you're listening to this, if you ever need an R&D department, PBG has a plethora of players. And KTM, on top of that, if you guys want us to test some stuff for you guys, we definitely have a pretty good grasp, I feel like, on the cards, and we can get a good feedback.
I think we know a thing or two about this game between us, right?
Just a little bit, maybe. I mean, sometimes we guess.
Yeah, sometimes.
And just make things up along the way.
Especially life totals.
Yeah. But fantastic card design thus far.
Absolutely. They've done fantastic. Honestly, one of the most balanced games I've ever played.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not even,
and that's surprising for a new game.
Absolutely.
For new games, it's so easy to mess up.
It is.
And we've had even like skilled Pokemon players this event, skilled Yu-Gi-Oh players that normally play these games as like their main game. Obviously, have thousands of dollars in earnings in all these games, and they love it. They have no problems. They're not like, oh, I quit this game. No, it's not for me.
Hashtag Blood Moon. Could you imagine a fill card that was like all of your opponent's energies are black?
It's now black.
Could you imagine that? Like, what would you like? And that's the kind of stuff that's in Magic. I mean, it literally
that's
is.
Game.
Yeah, it's like, well, I can't play anything in my hands. Pass, I guess. Your go.
Attack with leader.
Yeah, see if I can get there, I guess.
Champa.
Yeah, it'd just be absurd.
That's it. Leader deck.
There we go. 10,000 crits. 15,000 using double strike up to 20,000. Trey debating on using this boo to go up to 25. I like that play by Trey. It forces, again, 25 in that magic number.
Yep. Trey's at 20 right now, though, right? And then right now, 25. Okay, there we go.
So 25 crit. I like this play
25 pretty good, but Antonio is already flipped. When you're trading up to a leader, it never feels good.
Yeah.
You're going from 10 to 15. You're losing automatically 5, technically 10, because your opponent has to, beat it.
Sure.
It's just... I don't know. It never feels good. Never, ever, 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 ever.
It definitely doesn't. That's for sure.
I think he maybe could have waited on that Champa, to be honest, but I don't know.
Let's see what Antonio's had to do
Antonio's
here.
so far ahead right now. It's
yeah,
so crazy.
It really does feel and that's the power of Mecha Frieza. Sometimes it just goes, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to, I want to, have 5 energy on turn 2. And good luck. I'm awakened, by the way.
Trey almost looks defeated at this point. Just his body language from like 2 hands.
Yeah,
I feel like
he definitely looks a little rattled here.
Yeah,
I mean,
a little bit rattled. Yeah.
I'm sure he's also very happy for his teammate as well.
Of course, yeah. I mean, like this is who you want to be losing to.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
like if you had to choose anybody
yeah.
in top cut. But it feels really hopeless from this position, just because Antonio just summoned a Gotenks.
On turn 2.
On turn, yeah, like, and
Pretty good.
you're the
it's turn
opponent
3,
with
I
2
guess,
energy.
Right.
Like Trey has 2 energy and he's unawakened, and now he's at 3 after not being awakened. So now he's gonna have to flip, draw 2 cards, like try to work his way back into it. And if you were regular Vegeta, you're fine because you can still like use your whole hand to combo. But here you have resources that you need to cast. Like you actually need to cast these resources. Nice iTunes, bro. You actually need to cast these resources in Trey's deck. You can't just combo with them and get value. Right. I mean, yeah, you play the Trunks, yeah, you play the Goten, but like, you're throwing Kales. You're throwing Kales. You feel terrible.
What's so funny is he can't even play Kale for 2 more turns,
yeah.
And his opponent's like setting over Gotenks. It's just like, Mecha Frieza.
No, it's just Mecha Frieza definitely getting out of the gates super early.
I'm saying we're gonna have to. I don't know what the card's called. I'm actually gonna pull it up, but I expect this card to go into sideboards a lot more. Going into set 2, is it this one? Or is it this one? What's the one that's like energy?
The one that...
Is it this one? Yeah. So I expect this card to get played a lot more in sideboards, guys. Going in, if Mecha Frieza meta, it says choose one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost larger than or equal to the opponent's amount of energy and KO it. So, if they have a 5-drop outs, 5-drop Gotenks out, he can just tap a green and kill it.
Yeah.
Which would help him maybe try to get back into this game, right?
You can do that. It also kills the 1Ks, the destructive occupation freezes, if they do end up playing them on turn 1 or 2.
Sure.
Or even 3.
Yeah, and it's honestly like it's really good against Mecha Frieza because they can't coalesce the card. So it's an event or an extra card.
Also very good against Cell and Buhan.
Yeah, exactly. And so it has multiple uses in the format. So it's not like a dead cyborg card against like the rest of the field. It's honestly good against almost every matchup except like the Mirror maybe and like Soul Striker. I mean, that's maybe about it. So I don't know. Just a little thought for you.
Yeah, no, it's good. I mean, I also like King Vegeta's surprise attack, but in a format or in instances when you have access to both players' decks, that just becomes infinitely worse.
Absolutely.
Dusty and whoever else, what the? I feel so offended.
The legendary Star Lord, Dusty, gotta say, I appreciate the streaming efforts. Huge deal for the community. Thank you so much. We're really trying, but honestly, could not do this without George Machado, owner, king of PPG over here.
Thank you so much.
Letting us use his cell phone to finish up this event. Really appreciate it. Thanks.
AT&T coming through, probably better than T-Mobile. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We don't know.
We'll see whose cell phone bill is bigger. Probably yours.
Whose cell phone's better? Or cell phone
bigger,
bill's better? Oh, yeah. We'll see.
Probably yours because it was like a day and a half, and mine is only like half a day.
We'll see.
Man, I got hurt by that comment. It even says on the screen, George Machado and Dusty O'Brien. I was just like, man.
What, are you talking about Steven?
Yeah.
Steven says, that's awesome, Dusty, and whoever else, thank you. We're not 100% sure who his name is.
We're not 100% sure.
But I think what he's talking about is the data cap. Like, who got us through the data cap,
Okay. Oh, it's mine.
Yeah, we don't know his name. We're not really 100% sure who he is. He actually he dressed up, sat down beside me, and honestly, I've just been afraid to tell him to leave. I didn't know
I just invited myself in.
Some strange like hobo guy goes up here.
Invited myself. It's like, hey, this looks cool. Let's,
also, in case you guys ever come to Charlotte, you're not allowed to smoke in the balcony section. We learned that.
Well, don't be reckless with it. I think
that's what he said. Yeah, we learned that live on stream.
It was, I guess, like they left it a huge mess, and they were like, yeah, just don't do that. I mean, I guess I was just like.
No, but seriously, guys, Charlotte's been amazing.
No, yeah, it's fantastic. I really love the convention center.
I love the convention center. It has like a Bojangles in it, which I've never ate there before.
It has
the
a Starbucks.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck? If April was here, she would just be like in love.
It should be on our vlog soon, by the way. I took a video going through the convention center, which I got scolded for quickly after.
They thought you were a terrorist.
Because they thought I was a terrorist, and I was planning like some type of like crazy attack on this
Attack the Bojangles, buddy.
Attack the Bojangles. We need to take it with us. Back to Florida.
If we cut off their chicken supply,
right?
They'll starve within.
So crazy. But it's going to be nice if you guys want to check it out. I don't know how long it's going to take me to edit it. It's going to be my first time editing it. And I want to try to do it myself because I usually have other people edit my vlogs. And,
right.
I just want to give it a little spin. I did it back in high school.
It's a lot of fun.
Multimedia production. So it looks like 1-1 in Anthony's match against a KTM player. And like we said, 70-30.
And it got the 30.
And the 30 was hit. So
is it game over?
Probabilities.
It's about to be.
If the probabilities hit, it's never unwinnable. It really just depends on adaptation of playstyle. And those sideboard cards. We don't know what they're brewing in the sideboard. We don't know what kind of spice they got brewing in the sideboard.
That's why I love this game so much, is because we just talked about how it's probably 70-30, and then Anthony's going to be able to take a game off of it. That's awesome. I mean,
yeah, that's insane.
Taking a best of 3 off is a little unlikely, but it's really cool that he has the ability to. It's insane. That's awesome.
I mean, I sit down from that deck and I get 2-0'd in 15 minutes.
Absolutely, I get destroyed.
Like, maybe I'm just not good enough. Maybe my Charles is just not good.
I think you do just fine.
I just felt terrible that I read. Oh God, I played Vegeta once. I felt dirty, and then I just misplayed like a bunch of times, and I was just like, oh man, I feel like the worst player in the world right now. This deck just makes me feel terrible.
Whoever you are.
Obviously, you got me.
This makes me so mad right now. I'm just
spazzing.
I want tilt. If you pillage a chicken caravan, they'll start within minutes. Absolutely.
I'm actually feeling kind of hungry right now, so we might have to take a lunch break after this.
Well, we should have it. We should have a. If Antonio wins, we should have a decent amount of time.
Yeah, because game 1 was pretty quick.
Yeah.
This game is taking a little bit longer. Understandably, Trey has a lot to lose here.
Absolutely.
Antonio feels pretty relaxed.
Oh yeah.
He's feeling good. He has 2 energy up on Trey. He's got the board presence. He's pressuring with Go Tanks and Go Tanks, baby Go Tanks and big Go Tanks. So you gotta.
Right. And Andrew from Supercons was coming over and said, never mind, 2-0.
Oh, nice.
Again, that's what we talk about, that 70-30.
Yeah, it's hard, especially with Jacos. Yeah, it looks like he had 4 Jacos in hand to stop Anthony's attack. And
so Anthony,
those attacks are going to roll. Yeah.
Top 8. Still, Anthony, honestly, guys, I know Anthony, talks a lot of smack. He obviously loves doing that. But honestly, one of the best Dragon Ball Super players we have.
Yeah, one of the top 10.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. I mean,
we actually have a ranking system on Shenron's layer. I mean, it obviously has some fixes to do. It doesn't really accommodate right now for 1K tops, which I feel like maybe weighed a little bit less. But at least it should be accounted for.
I agree.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And, maybe some other tournaments that are still
if
questioned.
you have points multipliers, it's like regionals might be like +5.
Yeah, you have to make things way more than others.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And then maybe like 1Ks are like +1 or something.
But everything has to add up a little bit.
I agree.
Even the 1Ks,
some of these 1Ks are stacked, man. That one at Indy was insane. It had Marcel in it, Eddie, had Danny, it had, I think Trey was in it, Trey Faircloth was in it. No, he was judging. It was just like absurd.
Even non-ARG 1Ks, the Toledo 1K, the PPG 1K,
I think the Toledo 1K is
going
to be added. I think Marcus did say it's going to be added. Yeah, that might be like a +3, where like the regionals are +5 or something.
Even maybe the Puerto Rico 1K. Like, I mean, Puerto Rico's still part of the U.S. A lot of people can still go there. It was 150 people. Like, those people don't not matter, right?
Right. As it turns out, I actually shouted them out whenever you were going. But Alex came over from Puerto Rico, was talking to me, and yesterday a group of them came over. There's like 4 of them. They talked to me about it. And they said one of their events had 170 players in it.
Yeah.
It's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just
insane.
I love Puerto Rico, man. I want to try to go to an event up there. I really want to.
We should. I mean, it's in the U.S. I'm sure it's not too cheap.
It can't be that expensive to fly up there, right?
It's not. I mean, I've flown to Mexico for cheaper, I'm sure. I've gone to Mexico for like $200.
I would love to go up there.
Fantastic.
I would love to go up there and see him, man.
Yeah.
That'd be so much fun.
And I travel to all these international continents for.
Do you have to have a passport to go to Puerto Rico? You don't, right?
No. It's in the U.S. I mean, I've gone to like Mexico City. I've gone to Europe. I've gone to like Canada. I mean, like I've gone to all these international destinations for Yu-Gi-Oh, and I would love to do it for Dragon Ball.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd love to. I mean, like,
absolutely.
And the reception in these international countries sometimes is great. Like, you feel like you're a superstar. You feel like you're Brad Pitt in there. Like, you go in there and you're just like, everyone's like, oh my God, like, we love your thing. We love what you do for the game. We love your content. We love your players. Your players are even more superstars than you are. And it's just fantastic. I love it. And I feel like that's what we're going to end up developing in this game. And I just can't wait. I really can't.
I mean, and a lot of people, I think, don't understand the importance of, these teams, stuff that Marcus is doing, like these power rankings and stuff. But what they do is they just make this hype.
Yes.
They make these events exciting, right?
Hype,
it's not like Antonio's playing Trey. There's two guys playing each other, all their friends. It's like two teammates are playing each other. They're going in, against possibly a KTM finals as well. You have you talking about
a lot of
stuff.
stories.
Yeah, you have stories. It makes the commentating more exciting. It's a lot more fun to commentate these matches whenever you know that this is a team versus another team, or this is a rivalry. I feel like our team, PBG and KTM, have a rivalry. It's obviously like a brotherhood almost. Like obviously we all get along, but it's exciting, right? You had that one guy make that video on the discussion group with Jiren and PPG's Jiren, and he's like destroying everyone. It's like that's fun. That's a whole community gets behind it, and it's what makes this game get bigger and bigger and bigger. It will. It helps that growth when done correctly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, of course. Sometimes it's too. A little overstepped, but Anthony does a great job of moderating the group, and all the mods do there too, so it never really gets out of hand. It's usually all in good fun.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Antonio too. Sorry. Started talking. All right, guys, we have Tony here. I think they're trying to close this game out. Huh? He lost what? So he lost what? So he lost the mirror map, so that? He lost 2-0. Alright guys, here we go.
For what? It's for events. It's not just like, oh, we're taking sleep. For what?
Alright guys, sorry, we're getting some updates here from the staff here. Sorry about that, guys. Looks like we're getting. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I think one's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, that way. Is that okay with you, Casey? Is that okay with you? Okay, awesome. All right, cool. All right, guys. So. Okay, yeah. And what round did you want to get in?
I'm ready whenever.
Jim's like, I'm ready to go. All right, guys. So sorry about that. We talked to Jim a little bit here. So it looks like we're just going to do one top four match. We're not going to do like two top four matches like we did in Indy. So we're just going to do one top four, and then Jim's going to try to get in here after one of these matches in between when we can. He's going to talk about some amazing announcements from Bandai and kind of the future of the ARG Circuit Series and stuff, which is going to be awesome. So we're going to get that in as well. Very exciting stuff, and cannot wait to see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, What was he saying about the top 4? Like we had to pick top 4?
Well, like in Indy, we did both top 4 matches.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not going to do that today.
Yeah. He asked what he asked. We talked a little bit about it.
I think that was only because it was like Peter. We had Peter and Abella, so that we had such great top 4
We did. And also, it was only top 16 in Indy. So
true.
Yeah, and now
we had the extra round
to
to commit. Here we're just top 32 round.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
I think they might have the bracket up. I don't know if we can find that somewhere.
I think so. Talk to something about that. I'll see if I can find it.
I know a lot of people in the chat wanted to see it. So after this, we'll try to get that to you.
I guess 50,000 to 15,000 here. Vegeta coming in to Mecha Frieza. Looks like Trey's in a similar situation he was last game, where this is like his turn right here. He has to try to do some damage.
It's at 1 life.
Yeah, 1 life here. Good. Ready that energy here. There we go. Going up to 25,000. Again, that magical number, guys. But again, Trey's going to have to go a little bit higher than that if he's going to want to try to steal the game off here from Antonio. He has to find a way to put some pressure on him. Going to draw the card off of Dora, meaning it there. Trey's is just looking. I can't quite see Trey's hand. I think he does have a chop in here. There's the negate. Devastating. But Antonio with only 2 cards in hand. Unfortunately, Trey has a Kel and a Gohan, not able to give this double strike. There's a concede. Yeah, unfortunately, you hate to see that. But Trey, obviously losing to a teammate, so it's bittersweet. It really is.
It really is. I mean, it was a better blue-green deck, honestly, here. I still don't feel like Vegeta really isn't as comfortable with the blue-green shell than
right.
Like Mecha Frieza or like Goku. I mean, I'm sure it's fine if you didn't have Frieza or Goku, but because you have Frieza and Goku, like I think that's just a way better shell, to be honest. It just lets you do more things, more
Absolutely.
unfair things, and you're always trying to do unfair things, And I feel like Vegeta plays too much of a fair mid-game type game, but it plays the most unfair short game, which is why you want it,
Absolutely.
because it's unfair in the short game.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, Bearded moving in top 4. We have top 4. I think is going to be 2 Bearded, a KTM, and something else.
2 Bearded? There's another one.
Yeah, I think Bearded beat Sawyer, right? Is that the? Yeah. So we have John Tata and Brandon. I can't. Is that Peak? Yeah.
Peck.
Brandon Peck. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's up here. Yeah. Brandon Peck. So I think that's KTM versus Bearded, right? Is Brandon Bearded? I think so, right?
I'm not sure, but he's playing Hand Destruction for sure. Oh
Yeah.
no, he's playing Vegeta. I'm sorry. Brandon Peck is playing Vegeta. John Tata is playing.
No, he's actually playing Hand Destruction, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, and then Antonio Convello versus Richard Castel.
He's who beat Rios, but it was a Vegeta player. Instead of Vegeta player beat him.
Oh, maybe it's Vegeta.
Yeah, so he's Vegeta.
Maybe we'll try to get this matchup. We'll see.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, we'll get something different. But I'm not sure. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is.
And then we have Antonio and Richard Castle. I don't know.
I can't remember. I have no idea.
So, I mean,
but guys, we're going to get out of here. We'll have top 4 up. Is it very soon? How long until top 4? How long until top 4? Like, how much time? So, like, what's like 10 minutes? Is that, yeah, so we're going to say 10 minutes, guys. We're going to get there as soon as we can. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Thanks for being here. Love you guys so much. See you soon.